Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's about 3:30. That right there is the lotto man on the bicycle. The lotto tickets are already printed out. You can buy them in 100 or 200 baht tickets. I guess you get two for 200 baht, but you don't have a choice. I'm not exactly sure how it's pulled. I want to say twice a month on a Saturday. I don't know, but it's pretty popular over here, and oftentimes people with disabilities in wheelchairs at the BTS stations and all are selling the tickets, and that's where my girlfriend usually makes her picks. I am taking about, I don't know what it is, a 20-minute walk up to Asia Copy Center, right across from the M-Sphere Mall. It's time for my big day trip to immigration this Monday morning. So I filled out my TM7s, TM8, STM2s, TM30, all good to go. I'm gonna go up, Asia Copy, make a copy. You never know. For one, I like to keep a copy for my record so I can just simply copy last year's next year and just change the dates, no big deal. And plus, it's a good idea, in my view anyhow, to keep a copy of all your legal visas just in case 2-3 years from now there's ever some kind of question as to what happened 2 or 3 years ago. I'm ready to go with my copy. Plus, it happened to me one time when I initially did my non-O for retirement. I messed something up on the bank paperwork, and they kept all the original copies I turned in. So it was nice and easy with my copy to just copy it down a second time rather than trying to figure it out. I wouldn't suggest to turn a copy in, but if you have one for your records, you can easily take a clean sheet and fill it out fast. And Asia Copy will also make those passport photos. Letter of the law, I'm supposed to change the photo every year. I'm not going to. Not much has changed in the past year, and I think I made about 20 copies, a bit of an overkill a year ago, but I have plenty to turn in today. You'll need a copy on the TM7, I'm just going by memory here, which is the extension on the non-O for retirement, and the TM8 makes it a multi-entry, which I strongly suggest. That's about $100, but that's the best $100 you'll spend to not lose your visa if you have to get out of town on an emergency, or if you just want to take a trip. Don't leave without at least getting that single entry on your visa. Multi-entry is the way to go. I also got a hold of my realty company that handles the TM30 for my landlord. TM30, it's just a form saying you live in your condo for the next number of days, whatever the end of your lease is. However, I don't want to get into a big discussion on the TM30. It gets a little tricky. Just get a fresh TM30 before you go to immigration for any reason. If that's a 90-day check-in, which I rarely do. I do the 90-day check-ins at the airport just because I travel so often. When you roll back into the country, you get a fresh 90. But do not go into immigration, certainly after you've taken an international trip, without changing that TM30. I'm not sure if that airport check-in puts a little notch next to your name and it throws the first TM30 off. I'm not sure, but there's all kinds of data points on Facebook about people going in and getting dinged on their TM30s not being up to date for various reasons. About a year and a half ago, the problem was, even if you checked into a hotel in Thailand, let's say you live in Bangkok, you did a TM30, then you went to Hua Hin for a week, checked into a hotel, well, they're going to do a TM30 on you as well. And that was overwriting your original TM30 back at the condo. I think they've since cleared that up. I still wouldn't risk it. I'm going to immigration in 2 days, so about a week ago, I got a fresh TM30. It's in the system. I'm still going to go print it out. I put it on a thumb drive. And whether you need to print it out or not, it would stand to reason. It's in the system, but as she's going through my paperwork, she definitely put a check mark next to the TM30, so I would definitely print it out. You don't need any excuse at immigration to have to run down, make a copy, come back up and get in line. Best case scenario, it'll add an hour to the day. I'm also making a few more copies of whatever it is, my 20-page lease. Bring the original in a little portfolio, but have a copy for your package you're turning in. And they just kind of quickly go through all the papers and throw them to the side somewhere. They don't take the time to hand that copy of the lease back to you. Walking up my street here, Sukhumvit Soy 26. That is a really good noodle spot. Rung Room Noodles. Almost at the top at the end there, you can see Sukhumvit. We're coming up to the corner of Sukhumvit and Soy 26. It's a busy weekend afternoon. This is looking down Soy 24 and a half. The motorbike stand, and this is like Massage Alley. Straight ahead is the Prompong BTS. There might, I'm sure there is, a place closer to make my copies, but I know these Asia copy folks, real nice family business. I bring in my thumb drive. My TM30 was sent to me in a line email, so they'll print that out, no problem. Make my other copies and we'll be good to go. I know they close at 5 p.m. Whether there's a close one or not, I like to make these little 1 mile walks, get some steps in, get the joints moving. And it's really not that far. It's I guess it's closer to the Asok BTS. It's a nice little walk. Made my way up to the top of Soy 24. On the left is the Emporium Mall, on the right the M Quartier. BTS is right above me. And I'm going to use the Prompong BTS station to cross up and over Sukhumvit. I'm not sure exactly where Asia Copy is. It's either at the top of Soy 31 or in between 31 and 33. Again, your landmark is the M-Sphere Mall on the other side of the road. And this is Soy 35. If you take a right, you'll be right at the side entrance to the M Quartier Mall. And I'm coming up to Soy 33 and a half, Pub Alley, Robin Hood, O'Shea's, the Royal Oak, one of my favorite streets in town. And here goes the non-air conditioned. This is the cheapest way to get around town. Just jump on and the little change lady will come, usually pick up 12 baht from you. Now if you jump on an air conditioned bus, they're going to ask you where you're going, and the price is according to the distance. But from here to En Route, I think I paid 18 baht. And here's 33 and a half. The Robin Hood right on the corner. Just a 10-second walk away is O'Shea's on the right. And down at the end of the road is the Royal Oak, their sister property. PJ O'Brien's over across the street from the W District. That's the third in their chain. Also tucked away back there by the Royal Oak is the Fuji Japanese market. You can get some really good deli sushi rolls, super affordable. I'm trying to eat a little healthier, but coming up on the right is Easy Burger. Right next to that is Sunrise Taco. Sunrise is 24 hours. Both very tasty. And next to that is the Via Market, 24 hours. You'll find a lot of items in there that are you won't be able to find at the Big C or Lotus. You're going to pay for them, but different imported steak sauces and barbecue sauce you can find anywhere, but there'll be more choices in that Via Market. And I've said it before, but don't get yourself confused with this is Soy 33. It's different and down the street from 33/1. Sometimes there's 33/1, 2, 3, and 4, and they're quite a ways apart. The Soy 33 is a very popular spot with expats. You're not far, less than a 10-minute walk to the BTS. There's 2 or 3 noble high-rises down on the left. You have this crosswalk to contend with. I wish there were a way to get up to the skywalk instead of stairs to get across the way to the new M-Sphere Mall, but there's not. And my Asia Copy is just to the right here. And there's a couple of cool Japanese barbecue places. So here it is, Asia Copy. Let me go in there and get all my forms organized. Get ready for this one miserable day in Bangkok heading to immigration, but it's just not that big a deal. Yes, this is a great little family shop. I'm having them laminate a few cards to put in my wallet with my emergency contacts. Just made a ton of color copies of my face passport page. You need those multiple times for different visas and immigration needs. And it's all going to be pennies. I've been in here 15 minutes here. I need 3 copies of my lease. I need this, I need that. Please plug this into the computer and download my latest TM30. Hey, so there you go. I knocked it out. They are closed Sunday, I found out, but I took the time to make copies of everything. Like I say, plenty of copies of my lease. I basically made, well, I have my originals filled out, and I have 2 copies ready to go tomorrow in case I get rejected and they keep my originals. I'm not going to turn in a copy, but I can easily grab some blank forms there at immigration and recopy them from my template. In best case scenario, I just shred one when I get home and I keep 1 copy for my records for next year. I did this will be my 4th time, and I still had to do a little refresher on how to fill out the form. It was much easier looking at last year's form, the one that worked, and I just changed a couple of dates. Everything else, the address, where I signed my name, everything is the same. So not a big deal. Preparation's the way to go. Get yourself a little immigration portfolio and just keep a dozen nice color copies of your passport, face page. Keep half dozen copies of your lease. That'll go for a couple of years. And yeah, make your life a little simpler. Don't try to do all these things down in the basement at immigration. You're going to be busy enough. So very nice people. Yeah, come on in Monday through Saturday until 5 p.m. Not sure what time they open. I'm not a morning person, but I would guess by 10. You'll be surprised. Most businesses in Bangkok, they don't really spring to life 7, 8 in the morning. 9, 10 o'clock, that's much more realistic. And as I was doing my work, somebody popped in and needed passport photos to renew their New Zealand passport. And they quickly looked it up, but they have the resources to get the correct size. Not all passport photos are alike. I know I have plenty of older US passport photos. I should probably just throw them away, but they are a different size from what immigration requires here in Thailand. So don't waste too much money and time making 100 passport photos at Costco in the US anyhow. They're going to be a different size over here. Just get them done at one of the local places like Asia Copy. And what I recommend to do is cut out one of those colored passport pages, write your emergency contacts, both in Thailand and wherever you're from, the US, UK. Fold it up, keep it in your wallet. A lot of people say shrink it down and laminate it, but that makes it a little more difficult to read. I find the full-size passport page, you can get a lot of information on the back. Half dozen phone numbers of contacts in the US, just in case you're found on the side of the road dead or you need to go to the hospital. At least they know who you are. I also write my my condo information on there. Again, if I were to lose my wallet, yes, my passport photo with my address is on the back, but that's a chance I'm willing to take compared to being in a hospital somewhere unconscious and nobody knows who I am. And legally, you're supposed to carry, hey, how you doing? A copy of your ID, and your Florida driver's license is not what they're looking for. They want to, if you're ever called out, see that passport, whatever country you're from, and you're also supposed to show your current stamp into the Kingdom of Thailand. Not oftentimes, but every now and then you'll hear of overstay checkpoints at tourist spots like Cowboy, and I heard it recently went down in Pattaya. So just be aware. They can, they meaning the police or immigration, can at any time ask you for your identification. And while I'm in the area, I'm going to walk up Soi 33. At least a half a block or so. I haven't been in this neighborhood in a month or so, so let's go take a look. Here's a little Tibetan food, Tibet gate. There's a Lotus Hotel with a Greek restaurant in the lobby. Right across from the Lotus is a little side soy here off of 33. Bunch of little massage places down the way. Pan Pan Italian restaurant. And I've never had a meal here. It says they're in the Michelin Guide, North. Every time I walk by, they have some nice music playing. Sure it'll be busy tonight. It's not even 5 o'clock. Across the street, this new coffee place opened up less than a year ago, Bottomless. And I'm not sure what the building closest to me is. I think that's on Soy 29. But the other two buildings are Noble properties. Tucked away on this side soy to the right, the Bless Residence and Hotel. I've had a couple of people over the years tell me that's a nice place to stay. And there's the Bless tucked away back there. And I've walked by this, whatever it was, previous restaurant with the fake elephant tusks. It says land for rent. Hopefully they'll bring that building back to life. Ducked inside the lobby of the Lotus Hotel to use the restroom real quick. It's a nice old school property. Hey, so there you go. There's a little peek at walking from my condo over towards the M-Sphere Mall. Getting some copies done. For more looks around Bangkok, consider subscribing. This is where I live, and I'm out walking around, checking the city out, bringing a camera along. We'll see you later. Have a great afternoon.